Well, I've come out to the forest this morning. As you can see, it's not quite morning o'clock yet. It's getting there. Little tiny bits of snow in the air, but not much. So I'm going to do today what I call a lazy fire. Now this particular fire, it's very easy to do. All I've done, you can do it with logs, you can do it with bits of wood like I've done here. I'm going to build it up into a little pile, and you kind of stack it up like you would like a little log cabin. And in amongst it you put all these little sticks. There's a whole bunch of receipts in there, and sat right in the middle I have one cotton ball. Now I'm going to try holding the camera and doing this all at the same time. Not sure how successful this is going to be, but all I need is one spark to land on that cotton ball. Actually holding the camera is not very easy, so let's turn the camera around. Let's try. It's not as easy as you might think. Let's try that. Right, if I can just get one spark to land on there, I should be good. And there we go. Not as easy to do. Try not to bash the camera, and I'm trying not to make a mess of everything else here as well. Right, and that's it. That's what I call the lazy fire, because it's all full of little sticks already cut up. There's all kinds of tinder laid down through the middle. All I've pretty much got to do is put a couple of little small pieces on the top, like these little pieces like this. I can probably sit that across there like that. I have a few more pieces cut up on the side, and 5 minutes from now I'll have a pretty decent fire going. Right, I will let that catch, and I'll get back in a second. Now I've turned my headlamp off so you can see it a little bit better. Right, as you can see, it's just starting to come up through there. That's literally been running a minute, 2 minutes. I've got a piece across the top, because all the way down through that pile, which is about, it's only 3 or 4 layers thick. You can do this with logs, you can do it with branches. I just happen to have a whole bunch of these offcuts that I want to use up, so I'm using those and stacked them up in like a log cabin configuration. But all the way down through the log cabin, you lay thinner sticks as well, like thinner pieces. So as all these embers and that fall down through there, that all sets fire. And it's what I call a set it and forget it fire. I can just get it going. I don't have to worry too much about it now. I can just get on and do other things, but I know that the fire's pretty much taking care of itself. Now this is good with dry wood. If this was wet wood, yeah, you gotta baby it a little bit. You gotta mess about with it a little touch. But I can tell you now that will actually get going. This wood is really, really dry. It will get going. There's a bunch of logs in the bottom that somebody had already left. I built a platform. Always, no matter summer, winter, whenever I build a fire, I always build a platform. I never build a fire straight on the ground. Just complete waste of time. You're losing all your heat, losing all your combustion, because even in the summer there's moisture in the ground, so you want your fire up off the ground. So always build a platform. So there's a platform in the bottom of there, just a couple of bits of board. Built up some layers there out of some offcuts that I have. All the way down through it you can see there's layers of sticks going in the same direction, just crisscrossed as they go down through. So all these bits that fall down through there now will all set fire to the stuff that's underneath it. So there's a core, if you like, down through the middle that's full of little kindling, and it actually works really, really well. I ain't gonna have to worry about that. That's why I call my set it and forget it fire. So if I was setting up camp now, I can put up my tent. No, sorry about that. I had to swap out the batteries. Some of these batteries do better in the cold weather than the others. I think the white batteries for the GoPro, the Enduros or whatever, seem to do better in the cold weather. Now that fire's been running for a couple of minutes. Like I say, all the way down through the centre of that stack of wood. There's all kinds of little small pieces all the way down through. And as you can see, that's getting going in no time whatsoever. With wet logs, it's a little bit different. You know, if you've got wet wood. But you can always find dry wood. Sometimes you have to cut it and split it out the middle of other logs, but 9 times out of 10, that's all you need. And she's away. me and the crows. Crows up that tree over there somewhere. They have their favourite perches in the trees. I can actually see him up the top of the tree over there. Camera won't pick him up, but that's a nice start to the day, eh? I'll take that. I think sunrise is probably in about an hour. Sun should be up in about an hour. But I brought my headlamp with me today because it's pretty dark, but yeah, there's a little bit of moonlight still. It's got a little, like a half moon. Yeah. Moon's up over there. A little bit of light, but not a lot. Yeah. Great way to start the day. Now today's video is not necessarily on any particular subject, no particular subject at all. But just a good day to come out into the mountains, use up some of the scraps of wood that I got, and make up some hot chocolate. I got some food to cook later, and basically just enjoy the time sitting in front of the fire. Oh, that's feeling nice and warm already. Trust me, that's giving off some good heat. But, people need relaxation time in the world, and a lot of people are all rushing around here, there and everywhere, all being really, really busy. But sometimes all that's needed is to come and sit somewhere quiet like this and just enjoy the campfire. Forget about what time it is. I don't know what time. I don't wear a watch. I don't even want to know what time it is. But, to me it's sunrise, midday or sunset. That's it. Somewhere between the two. Right, I'm going to sit and soak up some of this warmth and just enjoy that. Isn't that nice, huh? Lovely. Excellent. Right, do some more in a bit. Now here I am about 15-20 minutes in. I put a big log in the middle there just to warm it up because that's a decent sized log. That's the one I was going to use the other week for doing the Swedish torch, but there's way too many knots in it for my little axe to cope with. But the amount of heat coming off that fire is intense now. So what I will do, see the flames are getting up there a touch. What I will do is let that die right down until I've got some nice embers in the bottom, and I'm going to make something to drink. That'll be rather nice. And once I've had some food and something to drink, then I can get some more wood back on this fire. But you don't want flames for cooking, you want nice hot coals. Once this lot burns down, that's why I put that log in the middle there too, because it'll help compress the fire down into the bottom. There were some existing old bits of logs that somebody had in there. They'd all, most of them were black, but they still burn. They still can be used. So, all that old wood, you'd be surprised what you can use that old wood for. Right, so got a nice heavy log in the middle there. That'll help sink the fire down into the bottom. I'll end up with a nice layer of coals, and I can make some breakfast. I just had the jays turn up. They always turn up. As soon as they know there's people around, the jays turn up. But, the crows don't seem to want to be quiet. There's loads of them around here. Yeah. This is my plan for today. Campfire and maybe do a little bit of a wander around. Yeah. Right, I'll let that die down and I'm going to get something to drink. Well, fire's died down a bit to the point at which I can actually get some water going here. I brought my kettle with me. It's always in the back of the car, that kettle, I'll keep it there. It's settled down. Get my feet up in front of the fire. It's not tea time, it's hot chocolate time. Dun, dun, dun. All I need now is to wait for the water to boil, and then I can make my hot chocolate. Oh, I tell you, that fire is kicking off some heat. Yeah, I don't like putting high flames around my kettle. I don't mind the heat like that, but I don't want high flames all the way around it. Oh, here comes the jays looking to steal my lunch. Yeah, they see you up there. Yeah. Best of luck. Nothing for you. And that is absolutely the best way to make a brew in the morning. Right. Might have to put another few little bits of wood down that side, but other than that, looks pretty good. Feet up in front of the fire. Brew is made. Hot chocolate time. Not tea time, hot chocolate time. I'm not sure if I can put that in the same category now, but that is most definitely hot chocolate. Oh yeah, that is good and hot. What I would do is I will put the lid on that. Sun's coming up. Look. He said it's supposed to be cloudy today, but I'm not so sure. There was a nice orange glow over there earlier, and there was some on the trees behind me, but there's a lot of low cloud today, so I'm suspecting that it's going to be one of them days. I don't mind, it's bright sunshine or not, as long as it's not pouring down with rain, I really don't care. Yeah. Right, that's a good cooking fire now, so what I'm going to do is just get a bit of breakfast on and get that underway. In actual fact, I'll put this over here, put that there, and I can get some breakfast on. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. And on today's menu, really good spicy sausage rolls. So, where's my little pokey stick? Move some of these around. Yeah, that log I put in there this morning, that's burning down pretty good. But that's what you want for cooking. You want that kind of fire. You don't want lots of flames. That's a perfect cooking fire right there. Look at that. Doesn't much better than that. Hot chocolate, warm feet. What else could you ask for, really? Let's turn that down now. Touch. There we go. Perfect. I can keep an eye on that sausage roll there, make sure I don't burn it. Only thing is, I can tell you, there you go. You will hot fast. I like things like this because if you're out in the middle of nowhere, last thing you want to be doing is cooking something and then going down with food poisoning because you didn't cook it right or whatever. Or, ooh, yeah. I think that side would be better. Always handy to have ones with it. These things have saved my fingers a few times. Yeah. The crows are really vocal this morning. Yeah, there's lots of them. Probably about 4 or 5 of them around here. They keep coming and going. Yeah. Good time of the year. There's a fair bit of cloud cover up there, but I can still see blue through it, so that's a good sign. This is good walking weather. Yeah, I don't mind walking in this. It's easy to do 10-15 kilometers in this in a day without too much trouble. The snow is hard packed. It's still winter snow. It's not that horrible spring snow. Spring snow is wet and you sink through it. This stuff's set like concrete, literally. You bash this stuff with a spade. It's literally. Look at that. That's snow. Snow and ice. Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to make too many holes in that. Yeah. This is the kind of snow you walk on. Yeah. That's good snow. You walk on that snow. In the spring and the fall, you walk through the snow. This time of the year, you can walk on the snow. It makes a huge, huge difference. Ooh, it is warming up. Just chuck another couple of little bits in there. Keep the embers coming. Because this is going to be off here in a minute. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. be off of here in a mo, so not too worried about that. So you want to be cooking on embers, not on flames. That is extremely hot. Actual fact. But amazing when you get these good roaring fires going. The heat coming off the metal off this fire grate, it's huge. So I think, oh yeah, that's good. That's some good breakfast right there. I will switch this off for a mo, and I will sit and enjoy this. Oh yeah, that warms your feet up, I tell you. Gets your boots warm. The only thing with these boards is they burn through real fast. They burn hot, they burn fast. So if you're building a long-term fire, you don't build it out of this stuff. The only reason I'm using it is because I've got an absolute abundance of it. This uses up some. Oh. Turn the sausage roll in. Little fire tornado going on in here. Like I say, this stuff burns really fast. Warms your breakfast up good though. Which is the main thing. That's what it's all about. You can tell it's not really warm because I've got my stretchy hiking pants on. These things are good because you can just zip the legs off at the bottom if you're crossing creeks and stuff like that. But, next to the fire, not so bad. I don't need so much insulation today. But we're out of the -20s, -30s for a bit. It's only around, I think it was -4, I think, when I left this morning. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. -4 is good. When it's been -20 for some time, -4 almost feels tropical. That's why I don't have my coat up in it. -4 is actually good. Yeah. How warm is that? Oh, a little bit more on the other side, I think. It's definitely the way to do it. Way nice. Good thing about burning these boards is you don't get so much smoke because it's mostly flame. Ooh, that's getting hot. Oh yeah, that's hot. And the campfire comes to an end. That was a good hot fire. In fact, it's still really hot. Let's move back from there with the camera. Yeah. Been attacked by the jays for the whole day. I'm sure they're hoping for food, but they're gonna have to hope because they're not getting any. Right, I think I'll call that it for a day. One last look at the fire, and time for me to go. I think. Right, time to go.